The day my car got declined, I had $11 in my account. Not because I was lazy, not because I wasn't working. I was working 2 jobs. I remember standing at that register, people behind me, the cashier looking at me with that look. You know the one. I grabbed my things, walked to my car, and just sat there. Notas, just silence. The kind of silence that tells you something has to change. This video is about that silence and what I did after it. My name is Marcus, and I'm here today to tell you how I broke 8 habits and finally escaped living paycheck to paycheck. These weren't just money habits. They were life habits, identity habits, habits I didn't even know were slowly drowning me. Before we get into it, if this is already hitting different, go ahead and subscribe, because everything I'm about to walk you through, nobody talks about it honestly. All right, let's go back to the beginning. 3 years ago, I thought I was doing okay. I had a job. Actually, I had 2 jobs. A 9 to 5 at a logistics company and weekend shifts at a retail store. Combined, I was bringing home decent money. Not rich, but decent. Enough to pay rent, keep the lights on, eat well enough. But here's the thing nobody tells you about decent money. Decent money with broken habits is worse than no money at all. Because at least when you have nothing, you know you have nothing. When you have decent money and still can't breathe financially, you start to believe the lie. I just need to earn more. 1 more raise, and I'll be fine. Next month will be different. Next month was never different. Every single month, I get paid on Friday, and by the following Wednesday, gone. Every single month, I get paid on Friday, and by the following Wednesday, gone. Not on anything crazy. No yachts, no designer clothes. Just gone. Groceries, gas, phone bill, a dinner out, a few clicks on Amazon at midnight, and then silence in the bank account again. I called it the cycle. My friends called it just life. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what. The moment I got paid, it was already gone. The first habit that was killing me was spending first, saving whatever was left, which was always nothing. Save after I cover everything. That was a plan. But everything always expanded to fill whatever I had. It's only $60. You work hard, you deserve it. That's all it took. And the $200 I planned to save vanished. I need shoes. That's not even a luxury, that's a necessity. And just like that, the savings plan was gone again. This is an investment in myself. That's what I told myself. $200 gone. Then another $200. Then I was dipping into next month. Pay yourself first. Before groceries. Before going out. The moment it hits your account, a portion leaves for savings. Automatically. When I set up a $50 automatic transfer every payday, that was the first crack in the cycle. Small, but real. I thought budgeting was for people who were bad with money. That was the story I told myself. The real story? I had no idea where my money was going. I could tell you the big bills, but the small stuff, the subscriptions, the daily coffee, I had no idea. A gym membership I hadn't used in 7 months, still charging me every single month. Auto-renewing every month for something I downloaded once. I found over $340 leaking out silently every single month. $340 a month, leaking out silently. That's a car payment. That's breathing room. And I didn't even know. A budget isn't punishment. It's a flashlight in a dark room. It doesn't stop you from living. It shows you where the leaks are. Then I got a raise for $100 more a month. And I thought, this is it. This changes everything. I upgraded my apartment, got a nicer place. I work hard. I deserve it. That's what I told myself. Started eating out more. Bought a newer car. By the time 3 months passed, I was broker than before the raise. Every time my income went up, my lifestyle went up to match it, sometimes higher. That's lifestyle inflation, and it's silent. The raise didn't buy me freedom. It bought me a nicer cage, and then everything collapsed. It was a Tuesday. My landlord called. Then my car insurance sent a notice. Then I opened my bank app. Not $11 this time. Negative. I owed the bank money. Both jobs. Every month. Trying. And I was in the negative. That was the moment the silence came. The quiet, exhausted, done with this kind. And in that silence, I made a decision. I'm going to figure out what's actually broken. And I'm going to fix it. What happened next changed everything. Last time I told you about the cycle. 2 jobs, decent money, and still negative in my bank account. Making the decision was the easy part. What came next was the war. I sat down alone. No phone, no music, no distractions. Just me, a notebook, and every financial statement from the last 6 months. Bank statements, credit card bills, receipts I'd shoved in the drawer. I pulled everything out and started writing every dollar, in and out. It took me 4 hours. For hours to understand 6 months of my own life. And when I was done, I just stared at the page. What I saw wasn't just numbers. It was a pattern. A clear, undeniable, almost embarrassing pattern. Every time something emotional happened, I spent money, bad week at work, new shoes. It wasn't random spending. It was emotional spending. Argument with someone I cared about, takeout and a streaming binge. It wasn't about the food. It was about escaping the feeling. Feeling behind in life? Of course, a gadget. Something that felt like progress. I was using money to regulate my emotions, just like some people use food or alcohol. That hit of dopamine when something arrived at my door. It always wore off within hours. And I was still in the same situation, just with less money. I started an emotion journal. Every time I felt the urge to buy something unplanned, I wrote down what I was feeling instead. It was never about the thing. It was always about the feeling I was running from. The impulse spending dropped by almost 60% in the first month. Not from willpower, from awareness. You can't fix what you won't face. Life doesn't pause while you get ready. The car breaks down before you're ready. The bill arrives before you're ready. And with zero emergency fund, every crisis goes on a credit card, a medical bill, no savings, straight onto the credit card, which meant more debt, more interest, more hole. The emergency fund isn't exciting, but it's everything. An emergency fund is a firewall. The difference between a bad week and a financial spiral, between 1 problem and 5 problems. I started with $10 a week, embarrassingly small, but $10 a week is $520 a year. $520 would have covered the car repair that sent me spiraling. Small starts are still starts. Week after week, the jar grew, and every dollar and there was a dollar that used to disappear. Each one was proof I was someone new. I sat down and did the math on my minimum payments for the first time. What I found made me angry. Not at the bank, at myself. At minimum payments. That $2,400 balance would take over 10 years to pay off. And I'd pay nearly double the original amount in interest alone. The minimum payment isn't a solution. It's a subscription to debt. I had been paying a monthly fee just to stay in the hole. I started the avalanche method, attacking the highest interest debt first with every extra dollar I could find. It wasn't fast, but for the first time, the number was going down. I had told myself so many stories. Every one of them was a cage. The moment I stopped lying to myself, the real work could begin. You can't unsee the truth. And the truth was, I was participating in my own financial destruction. Not because I was stupid, because nobody taught me and I never asked. 3 weeks after my lowest point, I checked my account on a Wednesday. There was still money in it. Not a lot, but some. I had never felt so rich. I took a screenshot. I needed proof it was possible. Proof that the habits were starting to shift. Proof that I was becoming someone new. Then $150 in the emergency fund. Then $200. These numbers sound small, but they felt like mountains. Every dollar was a decision made differently. Small wins are still wins. And in the beginning, small wins are everything. They're the proof your brain needs to keep going. 3 months in, I got comfortable. I started thinking, the hard part is over. Invincible is dangerous. because life was about to test everything. Life doesn't give you a warning before it tests you. It just shows up. And this test would decide whether the change was real or whether I was one bad month from going back. The test didn't come softly. It came from every direction at once. And for the first time, I had to find out if the new habits were real. For the first time in my life, I had something to reach for. The emergency fund was there, not because I was lucky, because I chose differently. I used the fund, and I didn't spiral. The problem got handled. Life kept moving. That was the moment I knew the habits had actually changed. Willpower runs out. Habits don't require willpower. They become automatic. That's the difference. That's what I was building. Looking back at where I'd been, I didn't feel shame anymore. I felt compassion for that version of me. He was doing his best with what he knew. Now I knew more. The habits I broke weren't just about money. They were about who I was choosing to become. And the question isn't, where are you now? The question is, what do you do next? 2 habits left. And these 2, they're the ones that lock everything in place, or tear it all apart. Section 3 is where the real escape happens. Don't go anywhere. 6 habits down. 2 left. And these last 2, they're quiet. No dramatic crisis moment. No card declined. And that's exactly what makes them deadly. The habits that destroy you quietly are always the hardest to see. You don't notice them because they don't hurt. They just keep you stuck. Where you want to be financially 1 year from now, not vaguely, specifically, a number, a deadline, a target. If you can't answer that, you have habit number 7. For years, I managed money reactively. Something breaks, I respond. Bill arrives, I pay. No destination, no plan, just surviving until the next payday. Effort without direction is just motion. I was working incredibly hard and budgeting and saving, but still ending up nowhere meaningful. I had no financial North Star. I wrote my first real financial goal, a number, a deadline, and the moment it was on paper, everything shifted. Every decision now had a direction. Does this get me closer to that goal or further away? That one question changed how I saw every purchase, every temptation, every impulse. I broke the big goal into monthly milestones. $250 first, then $500, then 1 credit card fully paid, small targets, real deadlines, actual accountability. For the first time in my adult life, I was running toward something, not just away from debt, toward a life I'd actually chosen. I thought financial literacy was for other people, rich people, business people, not for someone like me. That belief was the prison underneath all the other prisons. Money was something that just happened to me, not something I could understand, control, or build. I had no map, no knowledge, no one who taught me differently. I borrowed a book from the library, basic, old, nothing fancy, and I read it in 2 weeks. What I felt when I finished was cheated. Not by the book, by the fact that I was in my late 20s and nobody had ever taught me this. School didn't teach it. Nobody sat me down. I had to find it myself. Compound interest, investing early, the true cost of debt, basic, foundational, life-changing knowledge. And I had been living without it for years. Finance podcasts on the commute, YouTube videos during lunch. Every empty moment became a classroom. The commute that used to feel wasted became the best part of my day. I found an online community of people on the same journey. People who understood the cycle. People who were breaking it. I stopped feeling alone in this. When you understand why something works, you believe in it. Knowledge doesn't just inform your decisions. It protects them when temptation comes, and it always does. Knowledge is your shield. 12 months after that Tuesday, $3,200 saved. Credit card debt, 0. I just sat there the same way I sat in that car, but a completely different silence. Not the silence of defeat, the silence of arrival. 12 months of choosing differently. And it was real. It had worked. I had actually done it. It wasn't a straight line. There were months I slipped, months an old habit crept back. But the new Marcus always came back. Because the new Marcus had something to come back to. One rough week, and the old impulse crept back. I spent when I shouldn't have. But the difference now? I had a system. I had a goal. I could come back. Slipping doesn't mean falling. When you have the infrastructure of good habits, a slip means you take one step back and 2 steps forward. That's not failure. That's how change actually works. I'm not telling you this because my life is perfect now. I'm telling you this because 2 years ago, I was exactly where some of you are right now. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're bad with money. It's not because you don't deserve better. Nobody gave you the map. That's all. That's the whole story. These 8 habits are the map, not a magic trick, not a shortcut, a real, honest map for people who are done with the cycle. Habit 1, pay yourself first, before groceries, before going out, before anything else. The money moves automatically. Non negotiable. Habit 2, use a budget as a flashlight, not a punishment. It shows you where the leaks are, and leaks you can see you can fix. Habit 3, stop letting lifestyle inflation eat every raise. More income means more saved, not more spent. The goal is freedom, not a nicer cage. Habit 4, know your emotional spending triggers. When you feel the urge to buy, write down what you're feeling instead. It's never about the thing. Habit 5, build the emergency fund, even $10 at a time. It's a firewall between a bad week and a financial spiral. Build it before you need it. Habit 6, stop paying minimums. Attack the debt. Avalanche it. The number must go down. Watching it fall is one of the best feelings you will ever experience. Habit 7, set real financial goals with real deadlines. Write them down, make them specific, and let every decision run to the question, closer or further. Habit 8, never stop learning about money. Books, podcasts, communities, they exist. Use them. Knowledge is a shield that protects every other habit you build. Pick one habit, just one, the one that hit you hardest. Write it down tonight. Put it somewhere you'll see it tomorrow morning. That's your starting line, not the finish line, the starting line. My name is Marcus. I broke 8 habits, and I finally escaped living paycheck to paycheck. The cycle ends when you decide it ends. Next month starts now. So can you.